Welcome to part 2 of this steampunk tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be finishing off the rest of our steampunk cylinder. We'll start by covering our tube with a white heavyweight hammered paper. This does two things: it covers any imperfections in the tube, but it also gives us a nice paint effect as well, especially if you're doing metal colours. As you can see in the top corner, you can get some nice paint effects by using this heavyweight hammered paper. So now we've covered our tube with the heavyweight paper. I used a spray adhesive for this, but you can use double-sided tape or contact adhesive, any good strong adhesive really. I then gave our tube and the end caps a couple of coats of black acrylic paint. Don't paint the bottoms or the ends of the tube because you want the adhesive to stick well to the tube, not to the paint. These are a range of colours I use as my base colours. The top row are all gilding waxes, the rest are acrylic paints, and on this tutorial I'm going to be using a chrome marker for the end caps. So onto the main body. This is gilding wax, it's a gunmetal grey, and I'm going to use this as my base coat. So this is the tube after one coat of the gunmetal grey gilding polish. Next I went over with a light coating of silver gilding polish just to highlight all the raised areas of the paper. I then went out and marked all the holes to be drilled for one of the fittings I was going to put on it. I wanted this tube to look old and weathered, so I started doing a rust effect around all the holes and around the top and the bottom of the tube. Rust comes in all colours and textures, and there's no real right or wrong way really of copying rust. I mean, I used to take photographs of all sorts of different rust and then just try and copy that and put that onto my models, but it's down to personal choice and how much rust you want and what colours you really want on it. Once I finished the rust, I just went and mixed a bit of green acrylic paint up and just started applying that around the holes where the fittings were going, just so it looked like the copper was like old and oxidising against the steel. Once this was done, it was time to fit the end caps, which I chromed using one of these chrome marker pens, and the effect came out really good. It's the first time I'd ever used one of these pens, and I was really impressed with the way these end caps came out. Before I could fit the end caps, I had to put all the fittings on and get all the wiring sorted out before I could actually fit each end cap. Once the end caps were fitted, I could go in then with another paint effect and do all the rust around the edges of the end caps. And this is the finished cylinder with everything on it.